Good morning from Seattle.
I'm Steven, she's Andy, and we've got 48 hours in Seattle.
We're just back from our Alaska cruise. It was so amazing. And now we've got 2 days to hang with my sister and brother-in-law in one of the coolest cities we know. We see some icons, check out some international markets, and of course, eat lots of delicious foods.
So Steven and I have each been to Seattle, but separately. This is our first time here together. And one thing I didn't realize until this trip is that even though Steven's been here a couple of times, it was with bands to play gigs, so he never really got to see any of the city. He's never been to Pike Place Market or to the Space Needle, so we're gonna do all that stuff this time so he gets a chance to see these things.
We started with a snack of samosas to avoid the rookie mistake of walking through the market on an empty stomach.
Figures, the one time we're both here together and the fish market's closed, so we don't get to see them throwing any fish. Bummer.
How you doing?
We're waiting in line at Beecher's for what we hear is the best mac and cheese in the world.
Thank you.
All right, we've heard a lot about this place. Let's give this a try. That's very good.
So good.
It's awesome. We're headed down to the gum wall to add our contribution. So gross.
I gotta find out how this started because this is just so weird and gross. Alright, I'm gonna try to find a spot where I don't have to touch somebody else's gum to add mine. I think we're going with this doorway right here. That looks pretty safe.
Gross.
There it is! I did it!
I'm gonna put mine next to Andy's. How romantic.
So gross!
Really don't have much of an appetite now, though.
What's that saying? The couple that sticks gum together sticks together?
Something.
Our gum sticks together. Jay and Gerard added there, so now we have a snowman with arms. Gum art!
Time for a snack. All right, thank you. Where's yours?
And we're walking up to the Chris Cornell statue outside of Mopop. I've already been warned it's not a great likeness, so I'm kind of nervous to see what this looks like, but let's check it out. I think this one's a much better likeness than the Chris Cornell statue. It's not nearly as hot as he was. That's right. This one captures the heat of Mr. Hendrix appropriately. I need a hotter Mr. Cornell. Thank you very much.
Capitol Hill is one of the trendy areas here in Seattle. You find a lot of restaurants and shops. We just saw Warby Parker. So it's a really fun area to come when you're in town.
As you know, whenever we travel, we like to visit the local coffee shops. And here in Seattle, it just so happens that one of their local coffee spots is a massive corporation that you've definitely heard of, we're going to Starbucks. But we're in Capitol Hill, and we are going to the Reserve Roastery. This place is really cool.
Smells pretty incredible.
Pretty sure this is what heaven smells like.
This place is really cool, but the line, oh my God, it's so slow. Isn't going to get us into any trouble. But I decided to get something that I've never seen at a Starbucks before. This is really unique here, I think. It's a sparkling citrus espresso. And I got it with the featured Vietnam blend, which has dark chocolate hints with caramel and orange peel. So I'm really looking forward to trying this. I think it's going to be pretty decadent.
All right, I'm into some serious business here. I got a 3 espresso flight. So the one I'm most excited to try is Vietnam, and also a Costa Rica, and from what I'm told, I think this is the original espresso blend, Pantheon. Pretty stoked about that one too. And I've even got some palate cleansers in between and some sparkling water. We get busy.
Good drink?
Good stuff.
Which one did you like best?
Definitely the Vietnam.
Yeah, that was a really nice brew, wasn't it?
Really good.
Mine was a little bit bitter, but once I added a little sugar in the raw to it, it's a really interesting combination of citrus and espresso. I wouldn't have guessed to put those flavors together.
Yep, it's quite good.
Yeah, it was nice and kind of refreshing. We're going to be going around and checking out some of the international flavor in this city, starting with Uwajimaya Village, where we're gonna get ourselves some ramen and hopefully some mochi donuts.
And takoyaki.
Yes, let's go eat. We're in Samurai Noodle. We're gonna get ourselves some takoyaki and croquettes and ramen.
Yep.
And we're gonna check out the rest of the village and see what else they have around here.
Pretty damn good.
Let's see what's inside one of these. Got a bit of squid here, some dough. Gonna sauce it up. I'm assuming these sauces are the same. It's all cut to me. Excellent. Denied.
Hawaii.
I want all the toys.
I want all of them.
So cute. Icy.
Hello.
We came in search of Crunky. I was hoping for the balls, but I might have to try the bar because it's Crunky and I love it.
I think we're pretty good. Pocky, Crunky, Mochi. Very colorful snack.
Good morning. We're starting day 2 in Seattle here at Lakeview Cemetery. Anyone else like to check out the cemeteries when they travel? We always dig it. We've got a great one in Hollywood. Sometimes we find really funny headstones like at Key West. Other times they're just really beautiful sanctuaries and just really peaceful places to pay your respects to some of the people from each area. We're here today to see the gravesite of Bruce Lee and his son Brandon. They're both buried here at this cemetery with incredible views of a lake and the mountains in the distance. So we're going to check that out real quick before we move on to the city again.
So we came down the hill a little ways to another memorial site with a view of Lake Washington. We're in Viretta Park, and this is the bench where people come to pay tribute to Kurt Cobain. It's located just off the property where he lived at the time of his death.
We've made our way now to Fremont, which is one of my favorite areas of the city because it's the home of Adobe. My fellow photo and design people and Premiere Pro editors will appreciate that, as well as Theo Chocolate, excellent chocolate company, and the home of this guy. That's the Fremont Troll hiding out under the bridge. Now we're in Ballard, and this area is known for having a really big Norwegian population. In fact, they have the biggest Norwegian festival outside of Norway here every single May.
His name's Henry.
So we're gonna check out the market and then get ourselves some food. Let's go.
Well, this never happens. Our Scandinavian food options are closed today because it's Tuesday, which we were not expecting in a larger city like Seattle. So we came south in Seattle where there's a large immigrant population, and that gives us a lot of food options. We decided to go with Pupusa.
There are so many reasons we can't wait to be able to travel full time. One of them is so that we can make days like Mondays and Tuesdays into work days so that we can actually go out and check places out on the days when things are actually open. I can't believe we keep running into this, but I guess it's inevitable. We kind of work our schedule the best way that we can, and, you know, we gotta work with it and be flexible when these things happen. Speaking of things happening, turns out our Pupusa place is also closed.
Oh my God.
Third time's the charm. Berta's kitchen is open, and we are getting pupusas. Time to eat.
Very little. About as much as I could try.
He really hates guacamole.
Aside from the texture, which I'm not a big fan of, the flavor's actually excellent. So I'm solid 50% on that, surprisingly.
I got a pupusa with cheese and something called loroco, which I'm not really sure what that is, but we're gonna give it a try anyway.
Loroco is a vine with edible flower buds, indigenous to Central America. It has a mild flavor, similar to spinach or chard.
And then Stephen got cheese and jalapeno in his.
It's just before sunset here on day 2, and we decided to come down here to Alki Beach and get some cool views of the city, and after that we're gonna go grab some oysters.
One more meal before we catch our red eye. Pacific Northwest oysters. They're our favorites.
Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you coming along on the Seattle adventure with us, and we can't wait to take you on the next one.
See you next time.
Full view of the city, and next we're gonna go get some
Dude,
oysters.
you're right in my shot.
Oh, sorry. I was
You
stretching.
totally did that on purpose.
Captain Oblivious.
This one don't do Alexander.
Dude, what's this?
He's like, and just keep going. Like,